Grind a little bit.
Awesome. Yeah, it's Tuesday morning, isn't it? Time for that morning cup of Joe.
Have a seat, fellas. Grab a magazine.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Let's see here, what we got here? Anybody want fish?
Oh, I think it.
All right. I'm gonna take the car magazine. Which one we want the bear? All right. Sounds good. And you know what? One of my friends got married recently. You see that Mustang on the front? Yeah, he got married recently. He rented one of those. I tell you what, man, he had fun in that.
Yeah, it's nice of you to have us over. It sure is good to sit on the porch with old friends.
Sure is. And you know what, man? Enjoy a cup of coffee with you. You make a mean cup of Joe, man.
Boy, out of here. I'd say if you met in the coffee, we had a nap. There was a fella stuck a spoon in, and I'll be a little bit of a canoe if you can see it straight up.
Yeah. Solid.
We're glad that y'all could stop by. I wonder what's keeping Farmer. He said he'd be here a while ago. I wonder what's keeping. I believe I'll give him a call.
Okay. No, you don't have to get up, do you? All three. Okay. Gracious. Good night, boys.
Let's see here. We got Dr. Goose, my denturist, Dr. Iris, my eye doctor, Dr. Lobel, my hearing specialist, Dr. Cracker, my back specialist,
Oh, trying to sit down?
Dr. Sway, my hip specialist, Dr. Eczema, my dermatologist, Dr. Goldbond, my podologist, and there we go. Farmer.
No, man. You got a long list of doctors.
Well, you know, you get old like me, things just start to hurt. And the things that don't hurt just plain don't work.
It takes all these years for us to get our heads together, for our bodies to fall apart.
Oh, there he is.
Hey, Billy! Sorry I'm late, lass. Seems like it takes me twice as long to look half as good these days. It took me half an hour to go my bald spot over with my sideburns.
That's nothing. You get to my age, your hair will quit growing out. Start growing in.
How's that?
Well, you know, when it quits growing out, it grows in your brain and out your ears and your nose.
You know what, man? It won't be long before you trade your shampoo in for mop and gloves.
Growing old isn't all bad, is it?
Seriously, it's not all bad. Matter of fact, I don't reckon I've ever laughed so much as I have in the past 10 years. I've done some pretty dumb stuff lately.
Like what?
Well, I was out there on the hay last week when one of the strings got jammed, and I went out to get out of the tractor, and I looked twice to see if the ground was still there.
Y'all reckon I'll know when I'm finally old.
They won't sleep in the same bed. Bubbling away all night.
Me and Barb's anniversary last week.
Hey, happy anniversary! Yeah, absolutely.
30 years.
Wow.
But we went out for a nice steak dinner, and I sunk my teeth into that day, and my teeth stayed there.
You know, you also find that everything you want for your birthday is not be reminded of your age.
And you know what? Your idea of weightlifting, you're getting up.
More coffee, fellas?
Yeah. Oh, you got to get up. All right, brother. All right, all three again. That's a magic number. All right. 1, 2, 3. All right, you got it? Thank you, fellas. Watch that. Yeah.
I sure hope I grow old as gracefully as y'all have. Y'all would make it sound like a lot of fun.
Man, Liza, ever since you got up from that phone book, you've been looking for something. What you looking for?
My glasses? I can't been able to find them all day.
Your head.
Well,
Tell you what, Liza, you keep on getting old, man.
I know, and you're right, Bubba. I may not be able to remember quite as well as I used to. May not be able to get up and down as much as I used to, but boy, howdy, man. You sure haven't laughed this much.
Yeah, those were the good old days. Yes, sir.
Yeah, thinking back to now, who'd have thought we all would have been on the front porch drinking coffee?
Well, that's true. In them days, we was glad to have the price of a cup of tea.
A cup of cold tea.
Without milk or sugar.
In a cracked cup.
We used to drink it out of rolled up newspaper.
Oh, that's nothing. Most we could manage was to suck it out of a piece of wet cloth.
Well, we were still happy in those days, even though we were poor.
Yeah.
Oh, we were poor.
Yep. And my father used to say, money don't buy you no happiness. Yeah.
He was right, I was happy then, back then when we didn't have nothing. We used to live in this little tiny old house. Had a roof that had big old holes in it.
House? House luxury. You guys had absolute luxury. We didn't live in a house. We lived in the corner of a house. 26 of us, big family extended. And not only that, the reason why we lived in the absolute corner of that house, because there was a hole in the floor. And we were afraid that house was going to fall in.
We were lucky to live in a room. We didn't live in a hallway.
A hallway? We used to dream of living in a hallway. We lived for 6 months in a septic tank in the middle of the landfill. And we got woken up every morning by having a load of rotten fish dumped on us. Yeah, I'm telling you.
A house? Well, when I say a house, it was nothing more than just a hole in the ground covered up by a sheet of tar paper. But it was home to us.
Well, you know that house I was talking about? Oh, sorry, that corner of a house I was talking about? We got evicted from that. We ended up living in a lake.
Lucky to live in a lake. There were 150 of us living in a shoebox in the middle of the road.
Right. Well, you were lucky. We lived for 6 months in a paper bag in that septic tank. Every morning at 6 in the morning, we had to clean that paper bag. We ate a stale piece of crust of bread, and we we had to go into work for the mill for 14 hours a day, week in and week out, for 6 pennies a week. And when we got home, our dad would thrash us to sleep with his belt. Yes.
Yeah, well, at least you had a cardboard box. Sorry, no, your paper bag in the septic tank.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, it really is awkward living in a lake. Living in a lake without any type of air supply. I tell you what, we got up out of the lake after sleeping all night at 6 o'clock in the morning. We then had to turn around and clean that lake, eat a handful of hot gravel. I don't know how we heated it in the lake, but we did. I think we used sodium. You had to be careful not to explode something. But I'll tell you what, we worked 20 hours a day after that cup of hot gravel for 2 pennies a month. We came home and our dad flayed us. Not with a belt, you got it easy. I got a broken bottle. I still got scars on my heart.
Really, you were lucky. We used to get out of bed, not out of bed, but out of that shoebox, and at 12 at night, and we hit the road, clean with our tongues, and we'd eat 2 bites of that cold gravel, and then we'd have to work 24 hours a day for 67 years. Then when we got home, our pop, he cut us in 2 with a bread knife.
Well, we had to get up in the morning, 10 o'clock at night. Half an hour before we went to bed. And we would drink a cup of sulfuric acid.
It's hard on your stomach.
And when we got home, our dad would literally kill us.
Guys, you think back about all those good times like that? All that truth that we just shared? We try to tell kids these days and they just wouldn't believe it.
Well, thanks for the coffee light. We're all going to hit the road. See you guys.
See you, Farmer.
See you next Tuesday.
I gotta get back to baling the hay. Now fix the machine first.
Don't forget the ground.
It's still there, brother. You know what, man? I gotta get back to the shop and keep working on that Mustang. He wrecked it.
Is anybody going to help me get out of this chair?